All right, guys, so today in this video, I'm showing you how to achieve a natural hairline using Nair in creating your widow's peak or any type of creative hairline, because it's so hard to match people's hairlines sometimes. But I like to use the Nair, and I'm going to show you why. Comparing it to as, someone would just cut it off, I'm going to Nair it off. So pay close attention. I want you to try this, and I want to start a Nair challenge. Hashtag Nair challenge so I can see you guys try this. All right, guys, so this is a sample frontal where I'm just going to demonstrate on, whether or not you should just cut it or Nair it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to part it where the customer hairline starts. So if you saw my previous video, I had a young lady that had a low and narrow hairline. So I needed to take some of the hair out. And I know I had a lot of people, that were asking why didn't I just cut it? So I wanted to demonstrate in this video the difference in, cutting it and not cutting it, and to show you, why I pretty much like to use the Nair. So I'm going to part this, and then I'm going to just cut it so that I can show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut the parting exactly the way that you have it parted out. This is not how I generally would like to do it, but I kind of want it for some people who have just been thinking like, just cut it out. So I just want to give you like an up and close, personable visual as to how it would look and why I personally don't like it. It don't mean that you can't do it. I'm just showing you why I don't like it. Okay, so once it's cut, if you notice at the edge, you can see small knots that would have to be tweezed out. You can probably go in there and tweeze those out with no problem, but I don't want to do that because I don't want to take a chance of ruining the lace where it's going to sit on the front of the customer's face. Okay, so here is a frontal where I'm going to start my customization with the Nair. I want to, first of all, part off what I'm going to remove with the Nair. So I want to make this into a widow's peak. So I'm going to part it, leaving the middle kind of going in a V so that I can have that widow's peak shape from side to side. And then I'm going to braid that hair out of the way so I know that that's the hair that I'm going to remove. Okay, so now that I have it braided and parted off, I'm ready to get my Nair. You can use any kind of Nair. It's up to you, whatever you want to use. But this is the kind that I chose. Okay, so I'm going to use my popsicle stick and I'm going to press it through there so to make sure that it is saturated on top and on bottom. You can always go underneath it and add, but if you don't feel like you're getting it all, you can just flip it around and go ahead and apply the Nair there as well. So what I'm just doing is I'm applying pressure and I'm putting it right where I want it to be, where I want to take the hair out. And I'm making sure I kind of go up in there just a little bit because my whole reason for doing this is so that I don't have those small knots left behind, remember? So I do want to make sure that I get it on here really, really good. Okay, so now that you let it sit 10 to 15 minutes, it is ready to remove. Even though I have some little small hairs up there, it's going to rinse right out. That's the good thing about the Nair, and I don't have to worry about tweezing it out and possibly tearing my lace. That's the whole deal. Okay, so you notice there are no small knots left. All I have to do is customize it. I can bleach it and tweeze it from this point. Okay, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to customize majority of this off camera, but if you want to see my customization, tweezing, bleaching, and all of that, let me know below. Okay, so here's the end result. It looks really, really natural. Now, all I want to do is lay it on me just to see how it looks on my skin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go in and I'm going to cut my lace according to the customized hairline. I always like to cut mine first. It's a preference. I just like it. You know, it does better for me. You can try it both ways and see what works with you. I'm just using my stork scissors and cutting in and out. I don't like to cut straight. I don't like what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. Sometimes you probably see me using my zigzag shears. I just use pretty much whatever. I just don't cut it straight. Now, this doesn't match me. It's just a little light. I'm going to use my boho lace tint, the caramel. It's a special edition from Taylor Crowns. And I'm going to spray it to my skin tone. Okay, after you gently clean your skin, you want to use Skin Protect. Always use Skin Protect. Now I'm going to use my boho glider, which has the active ingredient in it on our website at www.thehairdiagram.com. I'm going to push out just one dot and I'm going to place that on my skin and I'm going to drag it. If you notice the dots that I have there, the white dots that you see, that is what I did off camera. You probably see me do it in other videos where I'm making my marking on where the glue is going to go. I'm making sure I don't touch those white dots because it's going to be hard to get out of the glue if you do touch them with the glue. Okay, so now I am going to place my lace exactly where I applied my glue. Take your time, don't pull, especially when you're working with HD lace because it will ripple, or you can refer to our other video if you're having a rippling effect. A lot of that depends on how it was made. If it's laying properly, you don't have to do the little hack I did when I cut the slits. You could just go ahead and put it on. But if you notice you're having a problem, refer back to my previous hack video on making it lay flat. I did notice when I parted, I could see a little of the cap. So I'm going in with my makeup and I am getting rid of that line. Now I'm going to cut the excess lace that's right there by the ear. I always want to part it and cut it because if I just go in and cut it, it's going to leave short hairs there. So always part it. I'm going to curve around the ear so that it looks natural. I'm going to part it and then cut it. Yes, and results get into results, right? Y'all got to try this. Make sure you subscribe below. If you would like to see my tweezing and bleaching method, you have to let me know below in the comments. So many people have videos out on tweezing and bleaching. I don't know if you're interested in my method, so I only want to post things that I know that you are interested in watching. So please let me know in the comments and make sure you subscribe below.